Ano ba yun?
We're live. Hi, everybody. This is Bubba.
And the
Filipinas
Filipinas
show.
show. Ay.
We hope
Hello.
we,
Hey,
we hope everybody is doing well this week. And how are you ladies doing this week?
I'm
Quite
doing really
busy.
great.
Well,
I
good.
mean, we really have an active lifestyle, so we're going here and there and everywhere, and every week there's something new.
Well, cool. That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
Well, what's new? What's new for you this week, Baba?
Nothing much. I turned 21 Saturday.
So how's
Oh, it's
feeling
your
of being
debut.
21?
How's your feeling of being 21?
Oh, it's great. I can legally get drunk in America now.
Yeah, visitors
Well, not that I do it much, but
during your birthday.
we didn't do much. We just had some food in the evening, and that's really about it. I'm not really. Once you get beyond a certain age, you really don't care that much about birthdays.
Oh, really? Wow.
It's
For
like,
me,
oh,
every day's birthday.
it's it's like, oh, fantastic! I'm another year closer to death. Ooh, let's
Actually,
celebrate.
actually, I was thinking about that the other week because the mo the when I turn 25, I don't want to celebrate 26, 27, 28 anymore, and so forth and so on.
So I stopped counting
I
at
stopped
24.
counting at 18.
Yeah, I think once you hit like 50,
Uh-huh.
like 50, then you really don't care about another birthday until
Mm-hmm.
It's time is
until you hit 100, and then it's a big deal because not many people reach the century mark,
Mm-hmm.
and of course by then
well,
you're farting dust and slobbering all over yourself and God knows what else, wearing Depends. So
Probably you'll start counting backwards when you reach 50. So when you reach 50, the next year you're 49 and then 48.
you have to reverse counting. That's that's what you gotta do until you turn eight. Oh, I'm already 8 years old.
yeah, that's always nice. So when you turned 18, I guess did you have a really big party?
Oh, well, you've met my aunt, the dentist, right?
Yes.
She had a really big party for me. But
Cool.
the tradition here in the Philippines is that when you have a birthday, you will have 18 songs. It depends. Either 18 songs, 18 roses,
Mm-hmm.
18 candles, the traditional ceremony. Or just um the new tradition that I've seen is the 18 blue bills. 18,000 pesos. It's the new tradition included at the debut. Anyway, so when we had the birthday party, I really didn't want to sit in the middle of the venue, but I had to, so I was a bit embarrassed when a lot of people sang for me.
Oh,
I'm not the girly type, traditional type. So when I was there and I was wearing full makeup and dress, it was
I
just a
am
bit
sure.
for me. But I'm happy for that.
And I'm sure you looked ravishing.
Yeah, I appreciate her effort really.
You have many visitors that day.
Yeah, I had, and there, my aunt's house is a bit big, so the neighbors are watching.
Oh, are they watching you talk?
Yeah, watching me sit there listening to the songs, doing nothing. So
Yeah,
it was a bit funny.
it's all effort.
Yeah, yeah. How
That's
about you? Dee?
I
What
also
did
had
you?
my birthday. I'm the one who organized my
Oh,
own birthday.
yeah, her birthday is her party's the most fun ever party.
really
Imagine organize my own party during exams.
Oh,
So
you were the one who organized it.
yeah, I'm the one who organized it.
I thought someone organized it
No,
for
I'm the
you.
one who organized everything.
Oh, it was funny because we composed a song for her. It was a song about the highest grade on history class.
Di naman.
The title of the song is Histo Uno
Not
because
really.
she always has perfect exams in history and everywhere else. So we composed a song for her, which is a bit funny, funny song.
So it's
And
supposed to
then
be
after
informal. However, there are a lot of people who came informal attire.
dressed, but it took a wild turn after the party when everyone started
Getting the icing on the cake and running all around trying to
getting
spread the
wild.
icings. Yeah.
That's our wild that's our wild party at 18, Baba.
So we're just having
We're
fun.
we're not at 18. At 18 are you drinking alcohol at 18?
Not really, but occasionally,
Ah,
yes.
that's
Because
why.
we have a known family history of allergies and
Allergies to
that's why.
alcohol. Okay. So the fun that I'm talking about is that at the end of the party, everyone's running wild because everyone's putting icing on everyone's faces, and I don't know. Everyone just started dancing on the dance floor, and
So my parents doesn't have any idea how will the program will go on. They just go there and have attend the party and pay.
oh, there were the ones who.
Of
Oh, of
course, they're my
course.
parents. Who's gonna pay
We
for
don't have
me?
money yet.
No, they're just the one. I think it's more of the venue and the food, and other
Mm,
else they're all
okay.
contributions.
Yeah,
So
it's traditional here. Have you ever been to a Filipina 18-year-old party?
no, I have
Baba.
not. I'd love to go to
Uh,
a party that lasted 18 years.
oh, debut party. It's nothing extravagant.
yeah, actually, it's just a simple gatherings. I
Mm-hmm.
think my sister's party's pool party. So
Oh.
she just invited some friends,
Mhm.
and my parents rented the
Maybe
gazebo.
I'll have a beach party on my 27th birthday.
Wow,
But
nice.
yeah,
So when is your birthday?
Uh,
my birthday is a bit further from Maria's. My birthday is at May 1, and Louie's gonna celebrate hers on March 24.
Oh,
23?
cool.
Ah, 24!
20, 23? Ano ka ba?
Ha?
Shit.
23, 24.
Nice. Are you going to take the day off work?
I'll ask my boss if I can take an off on a Saturday. Boss, can I take a birthday leave?
Postpone your birthday. You need to make money before April.
Boss, can I take
Tell,
my off in
tell your
front of other people
Postpone your birthday.
tell your boss you quit, and then have your boss hire you back the next day.
the next day?
Fire yourself, and then hire yourself back the next day.
Probably I can um pass a resignation letter for today, and then tomorrow I'll pass again an application form.
Uh,
My
okay.
boss doesn't want.
Is your boss pretty?
It depends. Yes, my boss is pretty. Okay, give me the one day off.
Okay, no.
I'm sure you both have beautiful bosses.
The baby boss.
Right? Okay,
Drunken.
so excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Thank you. You know, it's funny. I don't hear anybody here say that. You're the first Filipinos I've ever heard say that.
Really?
Why is it always said?
Well, well, yeah. In America, we do. We say "Gesundheit" or "Bless you."
Hi?
Yeah,
What language is that?
I think that's German for "bless you."
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Ugh.
Yes, you can.
Is it? I've read in an article that you should only say bless you on the people that you're already acquainted with. Is it weird if you say bless you to a stranger?
I don't think it's weird.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
okay. Excuse me. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna
Is
mute myself. You ladies carry on. I gotta go blow my nose. Phew. Ugh.
Baba, what's happening?
Naririnig pa.
You're sick from having
Anyway.
your birthday?
Oh, he's gone. He just went on sneezing. Oh, I can't sign him
Where?
here.
Baba, where are you?
He's goners.
Nag-sign in nga ako eh. Hindi ako maka-sign in no, sa phone
We
ko.
can sign in here. Anak ko eh.
Hindi nga ako maka-sign in sa YouTube eh. Kasi nandyan yung account ko. Sign ang soko yun. Asa na siya?
Nahanap yung mga comment box eh. Please, hindi ko na dito.
Kinuki.
Or
Hello?
speaking in Tagalog now. The continuity is gone. Hey, we're still live.
I'm trying to sign in.
Yeah, I'm trying to sign in. Anyway, so what we're gonna talk about today is the mass. Ay, where was that news?
Sorry,
Yeah.
da.
Yep.
Mass shooting. Gun.
Was the
We have
mass?
17 confirmed
Oh,
victims.
where is it? There
12
again.
victims were
So we've just come across this news on the mass shooting in Florida. So last Thursday, ay Wednesday, a guy, 20-year-old, tama ba? 20-year-old dropped his, uh, began shooting, let out smoke, ano nga pala yung grenade, smoke grenade, and then, so it could trigger the fire alarm.
in a Virginia
And then
territory. A lone gunman shot and killed 2 people, beginning what
pause.
would become the deadliest shooting
Excellent.
spree in history. 32 were killed, including the gunman. 33 died. The nation in shock. Schools should be places of safety and sanctuary and learning. When that sanctuary is violated,
Sorry. Technical glitches.
Technical difficulties for the non-technical Filipinos. Anyway, so we've come across this news about the Florida shooting, and then this guy, he's 20 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
So, Nicholas,
17.
no, a 19-year-old.
19-year-old.
So, a 19-year-old male named Nicholas Cruz was the suspect for killing at least 17 people and injuring more than a dozen on his former school in Florida.
So what he did was that he brought with him smoke grenades, and then what do you call that? Pinasabog. He let the
bomb.
the bomb. So the smoke came out, it triggered the fire alarm, and then it has raised panic among the high school students. And then everyone went out of their classrooms, and then there the carnage began. He shot random people, and not just there. When he shot people, after that he dropped his gun and then blended into the crowd, went out of
Go
the school,
going to McDonald's.
went to the subway, drank a soda, went into the McDonald's, and then there he was arrested without any incidents. So he was there, and then 5 months ago, 5 months ago, allegedly the FBI have received
Intelligence.
intelligence that
There.
this particular person commented in YouTube that, hey, I'm gonna be a professional shooter, blah blah blah. Anyway, so um, my my question is, are you personally, Maria? Uh,
In favor.
are you in favor of people or civilians owning guns?
Mm,
Owning guns or
owning
just
their own guns.
unregulated?
I think the key word with your statement is unregulated, because I think owning a gun is a very big responsibility. So whatever happens when you own one, it means that you can take a life of a person. So if it's unregulated, then I don't think I'll agree having owning a gun that's unregulated, because if you can just buy it anywhere, and then once you have your temper lost, you can kill anyone. How about
Yeah.
you?
Well, I am on. I agree that people can own guns for their defense, but um, it has to be
It
yeah,
has to be
regulated
regulated.
in a way. Well, can you tell us about the current? You were reading a while ago about the what's that?
The law.
The law
Uh,
of ownership on guns in America.
actually, the thing that interests me is because I have this one student who is resident in United
Philippines.
States, and then
Mm-hmm.
he is the one who told me that there was mass gun
Mm-hmm.
shot mass shooting in America, and
Mm-hmm.
then he mentioned that anyone can own their guns. So that's
Mm-hmm.
why I became interested. I didn't know that you can own a gun unregulated, unlike here in the Philippines. So
Oh.
that's why I tried searching what's the law or the one that supports anyone that can own a gun. So it's based on their law on Second Amendment that they can bear their
Mm-hmm.
guns unregulated. So you can have it as
Mm.
long as well. So yeah, that's why. So I was just curious enough
Well,
to look.
I'm reading right now here
So
in Google.
I think in the Philippines you can own a gun, but
But
you need to take psychological tests, trainings, and license to carry a gun before owning one.
here are
Here in
the
the Philippines.
qualifications here. Um, a qualified person may apply if he or she is under actual threat. So that I agree.
Yeah.
Like for example, you recently had a death threat from someone, so you have the reason to use that as protection, or you're in an imminent danger, for example. And also for other people who might have a need of ownership of a gun, like for those for businessmen who are
Yeah.
in danger of getting kidnapped. And Also, you have to be more than 21 years old. It says here.
Yeah, for handguns.
Uh-huh.
You can own a rifle at the age of 18. In most states I've lived in anyway, you can, except for the People's Republic of Maryland. But South Carolina, it's 18, and Florida, it's 18 for a rifle.
So, how do you think the guy, Nicholas, what's his name? He's just 19 years old. How can he
Nicholas
have
Cruz.
how can he have a gun? Is it legal in the United States to own
Or
a
is it
gun, or
very
is it
Well,
accessible?
he had a
was it
rifle.
was it
If
any
I'm not,
different here?
if I'm not mistaken, he had a rifle.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So he legally got it.
Legally got it?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, he did.
Uh, okay. So
So,
are there also restrictions to it? Like, for example, those that I was mentioning a while ago, like you should be in an imminent threat, or the nature of your business would require blah blah blah, like that, something like that.
I'm sorry, say it again.
Okay. How is the gun law in the Philippines different from the United States? Because here in the Philippines, you should be, in order for you to acquire a gun, you should be at least 21 years old, and a, a qualified person will apply and would own a gun if he or she is under actual threat or imminent danger. Or like for example, the businessman who have high exposure to being a target of criminal elements, blah blah blah.
For
So
those
is it,
people that are high
do
risk.
you have those kinds of restrictions?
Generally speaking, no. Um,
Ah, okay.
because I know it's a lot more restrictive here to get a firearm than it is in
Yeah.
than it is in the U.S. Here, I believe you have to have a psychological evaluation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
You need to have a psychological exam.
Whereas in the U.S., you don't.
Okay.
But
But so
No.
what are the
if
restrictions to
you
own gun?
if you've been committed to a mental institution or have a mental illness, then you cannot own one legally. And
Mm-hmm.
also, too, if you ever been convicted of domestic violence, you in the state of Florida anyway, and South Carolina, you cannot own a gun legally.
But can they verify? Will they do psychological tests to verify if the one who wants to own a gun have mental illness or anything? Do you have any exams or qualifications aside from any previous records?
Well, you can't be a convicted felon,
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty much
Oh,
common sense.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
You can't you can't have any mental illness. You can't have any domestic violence charges on your record. But other than that, you can own a gun.
Yeah. Because I read the law that it's your right to own
Here, it
one.
is the Second Amendment, the
Yeah,
right to
to
keep
defend
and
their
bear
arms. Yeah.
arms.
Right. Now
Technically, can own one.
but
Mm-hmm.
here's the thing about that though. You have okay, then you get the argument over, well, what is gun control? How far should it go? You
Yeah,
know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
all
Great
these all these
question.
shootings have all happened in gun-free zones. So
Ah, oh, where are
yeah,
you getting
and
to?
to me, gun-free zones are a joke, and here's why. I
Why?
think it depends on the state, but I think it's within like 500 feet of a school. Well, here's the thing. Okay, you live across the street from a school. I live right behind you in the house right behind you, right? Well, because
Mhm.
your house is within that 500 feet, you can't own a gun. But since my house is beyond 500 feet, I can own a gun.
Ah, in a school zone?
Yeah,
That relative. Oh, okay.
and also too, when the shooting was going on, you had public safety officers or whatever outside who had guns,
Mm-hmm.
and it's their job to go in for something like that and protect the students, and they completely failed. They just stood outside and didn't do squat.
But I
Oh.
have a question to you. Are you in favor of owning a gun?
Oh yeah,
Teachers
I
or
personally, for my personal opinion, you should be able to go
Mhm.
buy a fully automatic rifle if you want.
But
oh.
did you own one or do you have one?
Well, I don't own any now, but no, I did in America. Yeah, I owned
Mm-hmm.
guns pretty much most of my adult life.
So you feel
Oh.
you feel safe.
Yeah, I used to go hunting and all that stuff. I never had a problem. As a matter of fact, guns actually saved me from the Jehovah's Witnesses once. I was actually cleaning my guns and in a bathrobe, and they rang my doorbell. And I answered the door in my bathrobe holding a gun. It was
Huh?
Oh,
like
Why?
I said
scare
hi.
them.
I said hi. May I help you? And they're like, "Oh no, we're okay." I said, "Okay, have a nice day," and slammed the door.
Oh no. I think
Uh,
Well, I didn't point it at him or
scary.
nothing like that, but
I would have said that too.
I'll say
I'm not a
Oh,
thank
big
you for
I'm
your
not
thank
a
you
time
for your
as I walk
time.
out.
and I'm not a
Thank you
big
for your
I'm not a
time,
big
Obi.
fan of Jehovah's Witnesses anyway, so it worked out.
Well, for me, I don't have any stereotypes, Baba.
Okay. I just thought it was kind of funny.
That was scary for me. Loaded.
But
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
There was a representative in Virginia who made a speech. He's a
yeah.
Republican from Culpeper,
Mm-hmm.
which I went to high school in Northern Virginia, so I know where Culpeper is in that area. That area is predominantly the war to prevent Southern independence battlefields or Civil War battlefields. All that area is very, very historical around that area.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so he made a speech though saying, when is enough going to be enough? He said, these are all happening in gun-free zones, and he said he was in favor of arming some teachers because you do have school teachers who are ex-military, or they could take some kind of training, some kind of class or training course or something. Since they're in a position of responsibility like that,
Mm-hmm.
and there's a bunch of people around, kids and everything. Well, obviously you want to use common sense, but
Mm-hmm.
he said, and he said, "What is an assault rifle?" He goes, "Basically, it's just a rifle that looks scary." Is it? And it's true. Like an AK-47 looks different than say a Remington Model 700. A deer rifle. Although to be honest with you, if I wanted to waste somebody, I'd rather use a deer rifle than uh, a semi-automatic AK or something like that, because a deer rifle, I could have a scope mounted on it and I could do it from 300 or 400 yards, at a much farther distance than with like an AK is only accurate up to 100, 200, maybe 400 yards if you're really, really good. But they're really made for close range and to where you can just put out a lot of lead. So I would
Mm-hmm.
do it. I would do it with like a 308 or a 50 caliber, because you can legally own a 50 caliber rifle in the
I've
United
never.
States. But,
I,
but you know, but
okay.
here's the thing: your average person can't afford one. I mean,
Wow.
a cheap one is about $3,000 or $4,000.
Wow.
Ha ha
That's
ha
good.
Yes.
ha.
So
Quite expensive.
your
It's
average,
expensive.
and it is such a it weighs about 25 pounds. So it's
What?
not
What?
it.
50 caliber?
So
Yeah,
it's
rifle. They're not
around
light. It's a very heavy rifle.
100,000 in peso.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of pesos. um,
I have I have a friend. His father is the chief is a military officer, and
uh,
then we were free to have shooting drills or whatever in the field. And then when we were taught to fire an M16, I can't hold it. I only had a sitting position, or what do you call that? Supine, prone position, and then I ended up having a big bruise on my shoulders after at
It's
the end
because
of
of
the
the
day. Yeah,
force.
that Baba, you know what? It's funny because when I haven't worked yet in a hospital, I can fire through really far distances and shoot. I was a really good shooter before. So when I worked at a hospital, everything changed. It's like I'm really afraid to pull fire gun again, just 45 caliber or like M16. I can't anymore because I've seen the damages that the bullets can do to a lot of body parts. So yeah, that was funny. Oh, the
Yeah.
next time I
I think
went firing again.
I haven't fired a real gun. Only the air guns and pellet guns from my grandfather
Mhm.
because he owns a lot of guns and I only see him firing through cans,
I say,
birds,
yeah,
and other
I
animals.
say we can own a gun, but
Yeah,
I I
with
still
restrictions.
agree with uh a legitimate reason because I've read in a comment in a Time magazine news here in the internet that who's that senator again?
About
Senator, he said something about it happens more in the United States as compared to a lot of other countries because of the um really free ownership of, not really free, but not that restricted ownership of the guns. So why do you think, Baba, this is really, this is the thing that I'm wondering about is that why do you think it happens a lot in the United States?
I don't.
It did not happen once.
Here's the thing: the mass media loves things like that,
Uh, and
and
then
well, because it pushes across their agenda. Because most people in the media don't think. Well, of course, a lot of them probably own firearms, but they don't think your average person really has any need for a gun. And
mhm.
and this is what I got to say to any idiot in the United States who is a, is against against owning firearms is take a sign and on that sign put there are no firearms in this house. This is a gun-free zone, and stick it in your front yard.
What would that do?
Well, I can tell you right now what the person would say was, "I would never do that. That would be insane." And the only conclusion then you could draw is, okay, so the fact then that you may possibly own a firearm is the only thing deterrent as acting as a deterrent from your house getting broken into. or you getting robbed or killed in your own house or getting your house getting burglarized, then
Okay.
they have no other choice but to admit, well, the fact that you might have a gun is the only thing that's keeping your house safe while you're in it.
So your main reason is the concept of gun for you is protection.
Yeah, I mean, I think a person should be able to own a firearm for protection. Why not?
Yeah.
Here's the thing: criminals don't care. Criminals don't care about the
Mhm.
laws. Otherwise, they wouldn't be criminals. So, if you don't have a gun, but the criminal does, who's going to win? And
Yeah.
you never hear in the media about how many times guns actually save somebody's life or protect their property or their persons.
Oh.
So,
So when you applied to have a gun, did you have a did you go under the process of taking a psychological exam,
I think they don't need to.
getting a history, medical history, mental history, and everything else? Have you ever had that screening, Baba?
yes. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Repeat that. I'm sorry, dear. I'm trying to keep up with the chat too and listen.
Okay, okay.
I'm trying to multitask.
Wow.
Ah,
That's got it's
I'm
really you.
failing. I'm failing
it's hard
miserably, but
to
I'm trying.
multitask. It's hard. It's hard to multitask. Anyway, my question was, have you undergone the the process that you were telling that we've read about? Like, have you had psychological exam? Have you had mental history evaluation or screening or whatever? That screening process. The have you undergone that? And the do everyone who wants to own the gun, who want to own the gun, undergo that
Well,
process? And they,
other than the medication for the voices in my head, I'm fine.
huh?
I said, other than the medication for the voices in my head, I'm fine.
No, did they take the records?
No, I have no criminal record.
So they just
Not
review.
criminal records, mental history records from hospital or
I think
what?
Nope, I
uh,
have no mental record, no mental history, no record of
They,
domestic
they
violence.
do that. Did you take the psychological exam?
we don't have the
We don't
Oh,
have
wala
to in the U.S.
na.
don't have to unless you
Ah,
have previous
okay.
records. It's the only time that they will not allow
Oh,
you.
like a previous like
Right.
obstruction.
Okay. When I would go buy a firearm, all I would have to
Ah,
do
okay.
was I would show my driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
They would fill out the information on a piece of paper, and they would have me sign it. And then what they do is they call a number. It's up in the capital. In South Carolina, it would be Columbia. In Florida, it would be Tallahassee. And they just run a quick background check.
Ah, okay, a background check.
Yeah, it takes maybe a half hour.
Oh my gosh,
It's
it's that
how
quick.
easy.
Well, all they do is just punch it in a computer because you have to give them your social. I think. Can't
Social
remember.
Oh,
ID.
It's been so long. Well, either way,
oh,
actually, they just read off your driver's license number because they write that down, and all they do is they just run your driver's license, and
that's
that'll give
ah,
them all the information on you.
oh, that's how centralized it is there.
Yeah, as
Highly,
far yeah,
highly
no,
advanced.
yeah, it goes by state.
Yeah, it's a highly advanced record keeping.
Yeah.
Very different from you.
Very different.
Really.
Far, far.
Okay, that's why.
It's funny.
That's why I always complain on going on lines, long lines here, very slow process.
Because in
I wanna
US, they're all fast.
centralized. Even the
Here
internet connections,
are
records keeping. and everything.
We're
So
going there slowly but
our
surely.
resolution is Baba remains his stand.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's your right to own, but a right circumstance.
Oh,
Diba?
oo.
Well,
It could.
here's the thing too.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most beneficial. I think the person who would benefit most from owning a gun is a
Is
female, especially a beautiful female, because she has to worry about getting robbed, getting mugged, or getting raped. Whereas if she has a firearm as a deterrent, she's able to protect herself.
Mm,
ang maganda
yeah.
lang.
What if she's not beautiful?
What if the
Well,
person is not
beauty's in the eyes
So,
of.
what is
We
it?
already
Is
talked
she
about
a person of interest
beauty.
to be wrong?
Beauty is in the eyes of the beer holder.
so we're not allowed to own a
We're not
gun?
allowed. If I'm not beautiful, I'm not allowed.
No,
Are we offended?
what I'm saying is, in general, you never know. I mean, what might be beautiful to one person might not be beautiful to another.
Depends on the eye of
Oh,
the
who's
beer
gonna
holder.
judge
That's right.
the gun?
It depends
The
on
grants.
it depends on the beer holder.
So
You're,
if the
Depends.
holder of the gun is a beer holder, everyone is beautiful.
Depends on how many beers.
and if it's a day or a night. I can
The
dance.
beauty depends on the eye of the beer holder.
It's from Bubba. He's the one who told me that.
He's ano life mantra.
Yeah, so I'll never forget that mantra.
But Baba, you have a point there.
yeah,
So you think
it makes sense.
beautiful females are more ano tawag dyan?
Prone
Prone in
accident.
vulnerable.
Yes, exactly. Because
Also the ones are
Yeah,
more
that's why
vulnerable.
we don't use them.
okay, so okay,
Wow. Baba is quite beautiful in the eyes of Says.
Of course, everyone's beautiful.
So
It
probably
depends on
Says
different
is beer. Had the beer already.
yeah,
how
yeah.
many beers had Tess had tonight to look at Baba beautiful.
Well, I know he's from California.
Okay.
He's from California, which has very very restrictive gun laws.
Restrictive what?
Oh,
Gun
California's terrible.
rule?
Oh,
Why? Why would you think it is terrible? And how can you say what's your definition of restrictive?
well, basically, California thinks only the state, not
Mm-hmm.
California is the state that thinks that only the government should own firearms.
Really?
Mm.
So it's like here in the Philippines. Pero here you can own it.
Mm.
Actually, here in the Philippines, you can own one. You just need to undergo exams. Take the shooting exam. And
Maybe
then,
we should have it in our clinic.
yeah.
Do you think so?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of area it is, but
We have to
yeah.
earn for it.
Well, don't most of your customers pay in cash?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so you carry cash because I imagine too you have to go to the bank.
Mm. Baba, your fans are here.
I
They
guess
all
so.
think that
They
you're
all think
sexy.
that you're sexy and beautiful.
And we have Papa, so now you're number one fanboy. And
Yeah, now I know Dick and Cider. I know his
Huh?
He's from the South.
Who?
Dickens
Mr.
Cider. Dickens
And
Cider.
and
Well,
then
I know his state. It's pretty easy as well, I believe, to own firearms,
mm,
if I'm not mistaken. He
oh.
was actually. Let me actually, if you want, I'll see if he minds coming on,
Caliber rifle.
and he could tell you what it is in his state to get a firearm. So
Okay.
he sounds like Sam Elliott,
Oh,
Dickens Cider. He's an actor.
She's he.
he.
Sheesh.
He's
Okay.
Oh, he's
uh,
eating breakfast.
Eating breakfast. What's for
Yeah.
breakfast?
Yeah, what's for breakfast, Dickens Cider?
oh
I'm hungry.
no the code name it's what do you call it?
Please don't tell me you're
Something
eating oatmeal. Although I miss oatmeal, like apple cinnamon oatmeal.
inside there. Pag sinabi mo yung mahaba.
Mm,
Well, eat dog meat. Oh,
Huh?
oh man, that's sweet. Steak and eggs. Any grits?
Steak and eggs. No vegetables. No greens.
No,
No.
no, not for breakfast.
not for
What?
breakfast. Di ba? Pag heavy
Ah,
breakfast.
we have we always have something green or like even just a tomato.
Well, in America, what we'll probably do is, I mean, if we have an omelet, we might have vegetables scrambled with eggs, with
Mhm.
Oh.
with cheese.
Ah, yeah, omelette.
Yeah,
Makes
Oh my gosh, Louis cooks the best
I
omelette.
know. I miss sandwiches too. It sucks. They don't have sandwiches here.
ah, but
You have to make your own
because their
sandwich.
concept of sandwich is different from our concept.
Ah, what's your
Because
concept of sandwich?
Yeah, but
burger
it's funny.
patty,
Burgers.
There's
Ah, so
there's
much later.
there's times when I'm laying here late at night and I wish I had a hell of a ham and Swiss sandwich.
You should make your own sandwich, your own version of a sandwich.
what's your idea of a sandwich? Because
What's your idea of a
we
sandwich,
always have a
Pablo?
sandwich
Now it
here.
depends if you want to go gourmet or you just want to go simple. If you want to go simple, ham and Swiss
What's
with tomato and mayonnaise.
oh, that's
You can do that on your own.
Yeah, but
for gourmet.
cheese is kind of expensive and hard to find here.
Oh, what? The
But
the
but
ham?
if you want to get fancy, you got to have a Monte Cristo.
What's that? What's Monte
A
Cristo?
Monte Cristo sandwich.
What's
What's
that?
that? What does it?
It is awesome. It's mayonnaise,
Mayonnaise.
Okay,
two
okay.
slices of white bread. You take two slices of Gouda cheese, two slices of turkey,
Turkey.
three large eggs beaten, and some milk and some butter and
Ah,
and bacon. Got to have
oh,
bacon.
we're gonna make that
And
bacon.
what you do is you make a batter. You dip it in the batter, and then you fry it. And then
Oh,
when it's done, you pull it out. You put a little powdered sugar on top, and you have either raspberry or strawberry jam to dip it in.
And then you're gonna have diabetes after.
Oh, it's awesome.
hypertension, diabetes, and
Just kidding.
coronary heart disease.
A Monte Cristo
A lot.
rock.
It can be my breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the day. So
It is
the ham
it is
on
awesome.
top,
Right.
the turkey for lunch, and the scrambled egg for dinner.
Well, you can.
But
It's
that's
hard to
because their
prepare.
appetite.
It's really hard to prepare that.
It's kind of like a kicked up club sandwich almost.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have like turkey, ham, and bacon,
mm.
cheese.
Yeah, we have different
A Reuben sandwich is damn good.
uh,
I like
well,
I like Reubens.
we have we have a burger here. It's called, what do you call that? Eat Sleep Burger,
Mm-hmm.
and they have pure beef patties, and you can choose what you want to be included in the. It's only 50 pesos, Baba. It's so cheap because it has pure beef patty and it's thick. And then you can choose if you want to have tomatoes, eggs, bacon, ham, cheese, pickles, bell pepper, or whatever. The more you choose, of course, the more expensive it is. But I really like to have burger. We call it burger here every now and then, but not always because we are rice eaters. And we don't get full
If you don't have
regardless
rice.
how much burger we eat. Maybe it has something to do with our psychology or something. But regardless of how much bread I eat or oatmeal, I don't really get full unless I eat rice. So
You'd really
yeah.
hate America. Actually, you wouldn't. You know
I
why? Because
maybe.
the food portions are so much bigger, so you wouldn't need rice.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the
Yeah.
difference.
My
Servings.
I saw the servings.
And the food here in the Philippines are all full of sauce and
And a
full of
lot of onions.
flavors.
Onion,
So that's why you need
onions,
some
onions.
rice to balance the
Uh,
taste.
Well, yeah, you do because you're getting a couple little tiny little pieces of meat on bone and cartilage.
yeah.
In America, somebody serves you that, you're gonna go up, you're gonna say, "Dude, what the fuck are you serving me here?"
Because here you just need a lot of sauce and a piece of meat and veggies. And then
Oh,
you probably a one American serving. When I eat at Fridays, TGI, their platter it can be consumed by two-person. Two kind me two persons, me and Ken can finish it. But for one, it can be a one whole day meal. That's how big their servings are.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
very big servings.
I cannot finish them. I might need
Yeah,
the entire
and of,
day.
of course, the food that we eat is proportional to
Our
our
weight
weight,
and height.
weight and height. So we can't overeat. It's just the capacity of the volume of our stomach.
Oh,
So they say that the more you eat, the more your stomach enlarges. So you know what, Baba? The process of getting full
the person.
how depends on
Person.
the person and how much he chronically eats. So if you eat a lot, you don't get full easily. Yeah. And so it also happens if you restrict yourself from eating or you go on a diet, your stomach decreases in size. Your capacity to eat decreases.
Oh,
Yeah.
But for me, it depends on it. It's not the number, but it's the quality of the food that you eat. So I'm fine with current.
do you
Sauce
like?
I can
I have
fresh
weekly.
foods.
I have weekly supply of lettuce from Louis.
Oh, nice.
From there, I'm
That's
a very
that's
organic garden.
I'm from my
Yeah.
parents.
that's good. You're getting your roughage. Lettuce is healthy for you.
Huh?
Lettuce is healthy for you. You're getting your roughage.
Yeah. What's
Now,
that graphic?
do you like mashed potatoes?
Yeah.
Yes.
Of
Ma-
course.
Mashed taters with gravy.
Yeah.
Now,
I love hash browns too.
Yeah.
No,
It's very hard.
mashed potatoes, not hash browns. Mashed potatoes are different.
Mash. Yeah, mashed potatoes are good too. What do you put on your mashed potatoes?
When I
Me
make
my
Milk.
my mom
when I
with
make mashed
milk.
potatoes, I generally put in a little bit of milk or sour cream and butter.
Mm.
Ah, I'm
And
getting hungry.
what I like doing too, which is really good, is you take some cashews and or pistachios and crush them up and sprinkle them
Wow.
in,
It
Mm-hmm.
tastes good with milk.
along with some shredded Swiss and cheddar cheese.
I'm
Oh.
getting hungry
How do we get
already.
from gun talk to food talk again? Do we always do we always go to food talk? Should this be about food?
Well, we're talking about life's health. What healthy life? I would say healthy, but we're talking about
How
lifestyle.
healthy your life is.
How healthy? I'm not sure. I just eat a banana, a papaya, lettuce for the day. Or I had fried lumpia. So
Oh, I like that.
I
Uh,
should have I you know what? I usually go cleansing on Sundays, but I
mhm.
haven't done it for a while. Did you ever cleanse, Baba? Do you know that?
no, I have not.
The more greens you eat, the less.
The less your poop stinks.
I should observe that, but I can't eat a lot of meat. Anyway, Baba, you should do it.
Should try.
You should try to cleanse. Do you know what how that happens? Come
What
on.
what happens? Tell me about cleansing now.
You should drink calamansi juice, 20 calamansi juice. 20 calamansi. It's like the equivalent of lemon on your in America. It's calamansi here. It's citrus kind of fruit. So
Hmm.
you
I
drink
like
that
calamansi.
and we drink a lot of water so you won't have hyperacidity. And
Mm-hmm.
then you
Greens
only eat
and
greens. You can also eat meat, but as long as
white meat.
you don't, yeah, white, highly recommended if it's white, and then you don't fry it. You only do that once a week for the whole day, and then you cleanse your digestive system from toxicities. Don't drink coffee or don't smoke.
Oh my God,
Uh,
that would be
Probably
terrible.
Uh,
Baba can
uh,
do cleanse
All the things that make life worth living.
don't
quality of
smoke,
life.
don't eat instant noodles. Would you be
Will Baba
would you
able to live that
feel
day?
would you feel like you're jailed?
No, I
When you
just yeah, I just
yeah,
like coffee. I gotta have coffee.
for one day just to clean,
Probably
Flush
clean.
half day.
yourself out.
Yeah, wash yourself
Well, you
out.
could always eat refried beans. That'll do the job.
What?
Refried beans.
Fried
Yikes!
beans?
Yucks!
Have you ever
Fried
had have you ever had refried beans?
No.
No, what's a fried beans?
It's they're like pinto beans, but they're like cooked a certain way, and
Mm.
they're actually really good. If you go to a Mexican restaurant in America, you'll refried beans is
Like,
well, refried
ano
beans
ka
to Mexicans is what rice is to you.
Mm.
So,
Fried beans.
and they'll clean you out, and trust me, it'll smell like it too, because you'll get gas really bad.
Oh yeah. We have
Yeah.
different definitions of a staple food
Oh,
in.
well, yeah. In Mexico, they eat a lot of. They do eat rice, but it's usually with
Mhm.
some kind of tomato, and or it's yellow with like seasonings in it and stuff. It's actually really good.
Where?
But they eat a lot of beans.
Ah, beans are nice.
Yeah,
Beans are
I
healthy
love
too.
beans. I mean, that's the thing. Beans are expensive here in America. Man, beans are really cheap.
Mm-hmm. Because there are a lot of alternatives to beans here. You can get gout because of beans and high uric acid.
Well, yeah.
Well, you could like for instance, you could go to the store and you could buy a bag like 7 beans. It's 7 different kinds of beans in a bag, and a bag weighs like a pound, roughly half a kilo, and you could buy it for $1 or 2. But I mean, you can make a huge pot of beans, and you get some ham
Mm-hmm.
or something like that, or chicken, and throw in some meat with a few
Yeah, I can.
with cut up a few vegetables, and you got a gigantic pot of bean soup, and you
You
can
can part
Mm,
feed a lot of
anything.
people because it's really cheap.
ah, well, uh,
I think beans here are quite expensive.
Yeah,
it
they
depends on
are.
the.
But it
What did we eat yung Persian restaurant? Yung merong parang um durog na beans.
yeah.
Yeah, that no, I was asking her what kind of beans that we ate in the Persian restaurant. I liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah, the
The mashed
oh,
beans.
yeah.
I forgot, but it has
Very
it could
distinct.
increase your uric acid for older people. They can get gout, but depends on the country. My friend, she's si Shruti. She eats instead of rice they eat beans. Tama ba,
Mm-hmm.
di ba? Instead of rice they eat beans. Have you eaten? Baba, have you eaten authentic Indian food?
I forgot the
Well,
name. Eh.
now I've eaten Indian food at Indian restaurants in the United States that I that were
Uh,
owned. Everybody who worked there was Indian, so yeah, I think so. Except for you won't find beef.
I
And
think their beef
uh,
is different. The only beef that they will eat are the halals, right?
no, in India they don't eat beef because or Hindus don't
Have
eat
you
beef.
food them? Right?
Hindus don't eat beef because they believe it's
Mm-hmm.
it's it's an ancestor.
Yeah, it's holy to them. You can really
mm,
eat.
Yeah, which to me is ridiculous. But well, India's got so many people, and you got all these cows running all over the streets. I'm
Have you
sorry.
been to Egypt?
No, but I've had a lot of friends who have been there, and I've seen documentaries and things like that, and
Chickpeas.
cows run all over the place there, and it's like I'm sorry, but there's filet mignon walking down the street, so I'm gonna be eating.
oh, wait. The beans that I'm talking about is the
Chickpeas.
chickpeas. Chickpeas. Ang tawag?
I like chickpeas, garbanzo beans,
Oh,
chickpeas.
ayun.
Garban.
Garbanzo? What?
Garbanzos. Sa atin.
Garbanzos. Ah, yeah.
Pero pag
I
minasya,
really
di ba?
liked it. Uh-huh. We
They're
should
good.
go
I
back.
like them.
We should go back and
Eat. With a pita bread.
on that store we also bought a rare dried fruit tea. It's
And
it, it you can soak it in water and then you can eat the fruit ang tawag dun sa maliit?
hmm,
Fruit dried fruit after drinking the tea.
yeah. And I was able to buy I think 1 kilo of dried basil leaves. There it's
You've used on pasta,
mm,
on
and
breads,
I still have it
palaman.
now. I think I only consume half.
Oh, you should have pesto spread.
Mm-hmm. Can do that.
Ah, yes. So what did you ladies have for dinner?
Dinner.
We had fried vegetable lumpia.
Yeah.
Oh, I
And
like.
And
tog.
then pancit malabon. And then uh, mango sprouts.
Yeah.
That's also,
Lumpiang toge.
yeah. And then, ano pa ba kinain?
Did you taste the tikoy?
Lettuce, of course.
Lettuce, of
Rice,
course, of course.
of course.
What's a meal
Of course.
without lettuce?
Yeah, it has become like I can't eat without lettuce.
Wow, Suzy.
Ay, hindi. Because of the, because of the weekly supply from the organic, from the haciendera. It's like, wait,
Because like before it's very
my
expensive.
stomach feels, uncool or hot. It feels hot. There's something missing. Wait. Oh, yeah, I didn't eat lettuce today.
Today. Lettuce at the supermarket is very expensive.
And lettuce everywhere is bitter, but except for your lettuce.
Yeah, I like lettuce. And there's so many different kinds too.
Yeah.
We
We have Romanian.
I hope we have time to assemble a
We're
hydroponics
planning to make one here.
here on the house, upstairs on the
Cool.
We just
rooftop.
need to
So
conceptualize and then
no,
make it happen.
we can conceptualize, but we don't have time.
We should make time.
Okay, after China.
Probably, yeah, after China. Hmm.
Okay. Unfortunately, Gypsy isn't here with us, but I will tell you what a white monkey is. Okay.
What's
Yeah,
that?
the big
Now,
question
in
is
China, okay, say you're a real estate agent. You're going to sell these condos. You're going to have an open house. What you do is you hire a few white people and have them dress nice and come and hang out and act like they are potential buyers. And you
mm-hmm.
and you pay them money to do
Uh,
it. So basically you would pay one to come hang out, chit chat with people, free drinks and food. And,
oh,
and if he's really good, he'll probably end up with a couple phone numbers. So it's
how did that?
that's what a white monkey is. They actually hired this one guy to speak at a doctor's convention, and all he did was read some information on Wikipedia because the guy wasn't a doctor, had never been to med school. He was college educated, but never had been, you know, in the medical field or anything about the medical field. And he got hired to speak at this
Mhm,
convention with doctors.
mhm.
He was a very well paid white monkey.
White monkey.
So he
Yeah, but in China, being white is a status symbol.
Really?
Yeah,
uh, uh,
They're just here to have fun. I'm reading on it.
anyway, so that the white monkey that you were talking about to hired to speak to medical doctors,
yeah.
he
There was a
also
white monkey.
educated
He was
himself.
who was
Uh-huh.
hired to speak at a convention to doctors.
Of course, it's a hard job because you have to look like you're a credible speaker or like a credible audience or whatever his role is there.
Oh, you
So
got to
he has to
you
be
just wear
educated in the medical field also or
you
a
just,
background.
you just wear a jacket and tie. That's all.
Mm-hmm. So it seems that they're like an ambassador, just one rating to the visitors or the other professionals.
Ah,
But yeah, in
So,
China they call them white monkeys.
ah.
So if you want to sell something, hire some white faces because
Mm-hmm. So
then,
everyone's
then,
gonna
White,
talk
then
with.
white.
it's
Ah,
like
white.
giving it. Then it's like giving it status.
Mhm. So we will not
Ah,
pass
that's
as
why.
white
And
monkey.
we're not
Yep.
white.
Yeah, that's why. That's why we will not pass.
I'm
Only
brown.
Baba.
I'm brown.
I wish I could get a job like
I'm
that.
a brown monkey.
I'll be a white monkey.
Who?
So,
Lighter brown.
I'm a brown monkey.
oh, you're neither you ladies are monkeys, that's for sure.
Brown
So, but
monkey.
yeah, that's what a
Ah,
white monkey is,
yeah. In brands
and
here
it
in the Philippines,
and it's
they also.
funny because there's actually people in China, white people who make a living doing that because
Mm.
they pay a lot of times they pay really really well. I mean, you can go hang out for a couple hours and get you know half a day or whatever, and make 500 to 1,000 won, which over there that's a lot of money.
Mm. Where do I go to be a status symbol?
I saw an article here saying that a white monkey, because the Chinese see that any foreigner or anything endorsed by a foreigner is a more of a quality and more reliable than other Chinese persons. That's why they hire people that are white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the main purpose.
Yeah, that's it. Because they don't trust each other.
Exactly.
Because they need someone other than Chinese to
Yeah,
prove
or
that
There you go.
they're
trust.
moral.
Even the Chinese don't trust made in China. That kind of,
Ah, yeah.
that's all right there.
It's funny. It's funny that they're afraid of their
So they have
own, I know,
their own
their own fly.
products.
Yeah.
White monkey.
Yes, a white monkey. So if you ever
Monkey
need a
hide.
white monkey to hang out in front of your
Hide
business,
here
hey,
as a brown monkey.
you can hire me.
I'll be hired in a zoo. Brown monkey.
So hire somebody to wear a chicken suit and wave at traffic. They do that in America at tax time. Have somebody wear like a Statue of Liberty outfit and wave at traffic and hold up a sign for like a tax place to get your taxes done. Oh, yeah, it's kind of comical. But
Yeah.
anyway, I guess we should probably close.
Yeah.
Been a
We
great
are going.
show. I know I'm kind of tired, and I imagine you ladies are too.
We
So,
have to early tomorrow.
yes, and you're gonna have. Now, where are you going in China?
We're going to Guangzhou.
Okay,
They're gonna hold the
that's in the south of China. That would be, yeah, it would be Guangzhou. Z and H,
sorry,
Z,
Guangzhou.
yeah, Z and H you pronounce like
Oh,
a J, kind of.
Guangzhou. Okay,
Mm.
okay.
Uh huh.
Thanks. Yeah. Guangzhou.
Yeah, that's in the south of China. It's not far from Hong Kong or Macau.
Ah,
Oh, but
but
our return ticket is from Guangzhou.
do we need a passport going to Macau or Hong Kong? Sorry, passport, a visa.
I don't know how it is for you. I will say this:
I
as an American,
am.
I get at least 30 days upon landing. Thirty
Don't
days.
have difficulty gaining on.
Unfair, unfair.
Yeah, in Hong Kong or Macau, but for mainland China, I do need a visa.
Mm,
It's unfair.
unfair.
That's
You
their white skin
white
privilege.
monkey.
Well,
Unfair.
well, I think it's easy for you though to get a visa. Hong Kong, I don't know. I think Filipinos get a visa upon landing in Hong Kong.
Well, we have to know everything's on the internet.
Yeah.
We just ask because probably you know. What's that?
Yeah, I think Hong Kong's a lot easier than. I think Hong Kong's pretty easy for Filipinos too. I think Hong Kong's pretty easy for pretty much just about anybody to get into Hong Kong because it's a very international city, and you do have a lot of OFWs there.
Yeah, there are a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So we're
All
gonna
right.
stay long in China. I think about 8 days.
We're gonna stay for 8 days. Seven days. 3,
Seven days.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
It
6,
should be it should be real
7.
easy for you to get a visa then.
Mm-hmm.
I
Hopefully,
hope so.
we're applying this week, so get
Oh,
done by
Let's see.
Friday.
well,
Let's see how soon they.
what's nice too is you'll get a. It only takes you like 4 days to get your visa from the time you apply. They're pretty quick about it.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because
So,
everything's booked already.
well,
So
I know, I could
Nice.
get a 10-year tourist or a 10-year business visa to China. And
Wow.
it's the same price whether it's a year or 10 years. It's the same price.
Because you're what?
because you're white and you're
Well,
And
well,
yeah. So I'm
generally, generally
you for
speaking,
for me.
just
generally,
kidding.
generally speaking, however tough the United States makes it for Chinese citizens to get in the U.S., then
Yeah.
the Chinese will reciprocate. Like they just made it a little bit tougher for the Chinese to come to get visas to the U.S., so the Chinese made it a little bit tougher for Americans. But it's still pretty easy if you're an American to get a visa to pretty much most countries that require them. I mean, I could even get one to Vietnam if I wanted. And it's pretty easy too now.
Mm, that's okay.
So, well,
Okay.
anyway, any closing thoughts, ladies, before we end?
Closing thoughts. Great
Oh.
power comes with great responsibility. So
Wow.
if you want to own one,
It's
be a responsible carrier
responsible owner.
and owner.
That's right.
That's
Gun control means
Um,
being able to hit your target.
make sure.
I'm gonna try to conquer my fears and regain.
But by the way, are we going to get the Facebook up and running soon?
Louis in charge
I think
of it.
Yes, Louis. We want to try to get that up and going here soon, if possible.
hopefully soon because it's the one that Ken is the one who's designing all our pages. So we need a lot of help from her. Our master designer.
Okay. What I might do is just go ahead and get the page going. I'll get the email address. I'll get an email address and I'll get a Facebook page going and I'll share the email and that stuff with you ladies. So this way we all have equal access and everything else to the
All right.
page and also to the email address. So, and we can take it from there. We'll get it formed and then from there we'll, once we got the page up and running, then we can decide, okay, what do we want to do? What do we want to put on it and all that. So,
Copy.
and before we end, pimp your clinic.
Go.
Our clinic's name is Lux Smiles Dental Center. It has a Facebook page. It has a video documentation of our cases. We specialize on dental surgery, um, uh, doing biopsies, impacted tooth removal, and everything else that requires general dentistry. Dental surgery and within our scope. And it's located south of Alabang. And if you have any other dental questions or whatever, you're free to ask us and consult because you're open to all questions and we will appreciate if you have if you, go to us for if you have concerns. So that's it. Lots
Okay.
of smiles. Yes.
And
Well,
just message us anytime.
well, thank you for tuning in, everybody, and I hope you have a great week. Ladies, again, it's always a pleasure doing this with you. I really enjoy it.
Yes.
Everybody have a great week, and we will see you next Monday evening. And
Mm-hmm.
may all your days be good ones, and may the sun be shining wherever you may be.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.